Hi guys, welcome back to the Rose Corner YouTube channel. It's your boy Rose. So very quickly, the video that you're going to listen to right now is a audio clip of Edward Warmington responding to the recent Don Anderson poll that was done, which was commissioned by the People's National Party. We're going to hear his take on it, and also a little clippings will be attached speaking, a pensioner speaking to Cliff Hughes on Nationwide, speaking about how grateful she is for the work that this current administration led by Andrew Holness is doing. Enjoy.
Right. Good morning. People have been asking about this Don Anderson poll. Liberates have called me. Liberates have inquired. These polls are not credible. Sure, we underperformed in some areas in the last local government election. We have a lot of work to do. However, it's nonsense from Don Anderson to suggest LP is 8 points behind immediately after parish council election, where we won majority of the corporations. It's a sham. It's a poll commissioned by the PNP, yet the Gleaner is promoting it as a genuine poll. Let me say one thing. When I came back to Jamaica in the 1990s, I said to Delroy Truck, I think I'm going to have a poll done before I start working to see how I look in the constituency, and one after. 3 months after I start working, I asked Don Anderson to do the poll. What he did then, I had to throw it away because it was poor garbage, nonsense he gave. Areas like Ellis Pen, Windsor Road, Windsor Avenue, McVickers Lane, Duncan's Pen. He showed me losing those areas. He all included Olmsted as part of the constituency, if Olmsted not part of the constituency. And showed me where in Old Harbour North is the PNP division. So I knew right away that's what a bunch of garbage he did there. We in Area Council 2, we have conducted several polls over the years to determine our movement in Area Council 2. And at the same time, Don Anderson had been doing polls. And what it did not reflect nothing close to what we found. We found genuine stuff on all the polls that we have done to prove correct in the election. All elections and all the divisions and constituencies that we did. And Don Anderson did polls in those areas, and his poll was completely pulled apart from North Pole to the South Pole against ours, and ours were correct. The poll suggested a 65% voter turnout. Very unlikely. And another indicator that Don Anderson does not know what he is doing. Don Anderson did several polls when he was hired by Bunting during the PNP leadership challenge, indicating that Bunting would do well. And the challenge was good for the PNP. Turned out not to be so. Don Anderson also predicted a PNP win in 2016. Then PNP 4 points ahead. Turned out not to be so. So I tell you, Liberites, do not believe Don Anderson nonsense. And in particular, the poll the PNP paid him to do. Be brave. I've been through this and I ignored every poll that Don Anderson has done. Truth is, Liberites, we have work to do. And all of us spreading the message about programs put in place by our party. People who benefit from government initiatives often don't speak about it. We must improve how we communicate and interact with people. Stay on the ground, do the work necessary for the people and on behalf of the people and for the people. We reward us. At this stage, Area Council 2 is planning another series of workshops. We did polls before the election. We did a poll after the parish council election. We'll be meeting in retreat on the 19th of May here in Old Harbour to look at each division and each constituency to see where poll will be necessary, that is genuine poll, to see what we need to do, where we need to go, what work we need to do. We are starting here in Area Council 2, so it's going to be an all-day retreat and workshop for the leadership of Area Council. That is the constituency chairpersons and divisional chairpersons and key workers in constituency. I may go further with Don Anderson is rubbish. Almost on the eve of the country's 17th general election, an RJR commission Don Anderson poll had found Portia Simpson Miller's People's National Party and the Andrew Holness-led Jamaica Labour Party to be in a tight race. The poll, which was conducted from February 13 to 16, 2016, among 1,093 people, with a margin of error plus or minus 3%, showed the PNP with 30.8% Popular support slightly ahead of Jamaica Labour Party on 27.5%. PNP has moved 3.8 percent points since January when the Anderson conducted his last poll, while the JLP has improved by 5 percent points. This was from the publication then that RGI did. Listen, I feel very, very good when there's a level of enthusiasm and positivity that's evident among PNP workers and supporters, and the uncommitted are breaking for us. So we are very confident. This was PNP campaign director then Peter Phillips. A release of the poll result then, he said there's more good news for the PNP, which came out ahead of the GLP in the most recent Gina Anderson poll then in 2016. That poll conducted on February 4, 5, 6, and 7 found the PNP 4 percentage points ahead of us. Some 33% of those polls said they would vote for the PNP, while 29% said they would vote for the JP. As the campaign enters its final lap for Thursday election, the 70-year-old Simple Miller was making the rounds across the island seeking to make sure the PNP does not become a one-term government. She visited several constituencies. She was down in St. Elizabeth with Darren Powell, Northwest St. Elizabeth. He lost. Southwest St. Elizabeth was won by Buchanan by 13 votes in 2011, but was facing stiff challenge then, and Floyd Green beat him. Simpson Miller was also in Keith Walford Southwest St. Anne constituency which PNP won by 822 votes in 2011. He lost to Xavier Main. She also visited Central St. Mary, which was won by Dr. Guy by 2,789 in 2011, and Sharon Folk Central St. James, which was won by 673. Morris Guy almost lost. Then Folks Abrams lost. Simpson Miller also visited Arnold when named Orlando Brown, and she tried to show up all of these marginal seats. She also visited Phyllis Mitchell in Northeast St. Catherine, and she lost. With all that was done then, the GLP came out ahead, and we won that election, regardless of what Dan Anderson said.
I have not voted from 1980.
And that's not something good to be proud of, you know.
To boast about, but I'm just making myself clear. Mm-hmm. I want to say a big thank you to the Honorable Dr. Nigel Clark, and to a lesser extent, the Honorable Andrew Holness. Mr. Hughes, when I got my pension check on the 24th of April, I was pleased. I got a tax refund of over $12,000.
You were pleasantly surprised.
I was pleasantly surprised. And I'm being very grateful this morning. I hope he hears, especially Dr. Clark. This has never, ever happened to me, to get such a good refund. Per month, mm-hmm. I'd be getting over $12,000 more. And I want to say thank you, Mr. Clark, for your efforts in facilitating a pensioner like me mm-hmm. to be enjoying. I can go to supermarket and buy a few other little things, for which I'm very grateful.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yes, that's nice. And thanks again for listening, and all the very best.
So let me ask you, how long you been a pensioner?
Well, I retired, Mr. Hughes, in 2013.
More than 10 years, 11 years now?
Yes.
And in all these 11 years, it's the first
time? These 11 years. And what I was thinking when I was working, when I got increment, I never got $12,000 increase per month. Mm-hmm. So this is why I'm so grateful for it. Oh. Even when we usually get a salary increase, at those days we don't get $12,000 more per month.
And you get that now?
It's a big, to me, I don't business about anybody else. Mm-hmm. I am very grateful.
So you say you never vote since 1980, 44
no,
years.
I don't,
Will you now vote?
Well, because of what is happening, I'm going to vote. I'm going to get registered because I don't want no change. And to be honest with you, I don't know if I'm being biased. I try to be as objective as I possibly can. This is why I don't vote. But no, I don't see why all the polls are showing that. Me can't come to Mr. Hughes. Me can't come to.
You can't come to what?
To what the polls are showing that the opposition is leading. I
Oh.
can't come to.
Oh.
I don't know what I say. Maybe I don't know what direction to look in because I can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Mark you, I think that the present administration, they have been faulty in their legal wranglings. They are not getting proper advice. And some of the times when they implement good measures, how it is implemented, it's not. They don't go through it with a fine tooth to see the hitches.
Yes.
That it is seamless.
Yes.
But other than that, I can't see. I sit down and I say to myself, no man, this could be wrong. I don't know. I can't see it.
Yes.
I cannot see it.
Wow.
And another thing too, I think that there's some of the members of the governing party, they have gotten very haughty. And they are to examine themselves, especially how they handle the thing in the House of Representatives. I'm not calling any names, but let them examine themselves and put themselves in a people in a lower position than they are and see if they would have loved that treatment.
Yes.
And if they are very true to themselves, they would come and humble themselves and do the proper thing to apologize, and it would make such a difference.
Wow.
That's my advice to them today.
You know, ma'am, I think this is a profound call. I think you spoke from the heart.
Yes.
And, you represent a slice of the Jamaican electorate who will have to make up their minds what they do the next time they're called to go to the polls, whether they're going to go and how they'll vote. But listening to you, notice I just listen because it is very instructive what you have said, ma'am. And
yes.
I hope the powers that be are listening.
And I hope, Mr. Andrew Holness, I admire you so much. And as for Dr. Clark, whenever I hear him speak, I have goosebumps, pimples. I'm so impressed with that fellow. And a lot of people don't realize it's a gift to us, and we are to treasure it. We are to treasure it because he has made such a difference to the Jamaican economy.
And the management of the economy.
And everything, Mr. Koyus.
Yes.
Every single thing where he's standing now, I'm praising him, because I appreciate what he has done and what he is doing. And I'm praying that God will continue to give him the wisdom and the knowledge and the health to continue to bring Jamaica to a better place. And I hope that the people will see and appreciate it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Mr. Hughes.
Thank you very much.
So very much for giving me this opportunity to say. But I'm going to beg you, if you can try do the Rockford thing, I'd be very, very grateful.
All right. We should probably ask.
Again.
Is it Jamaica National Heritage Trust who is in charge of it? I'm not sure.
Yes, I hope they're listening and they can do something to bring a little more joy for seniors.
Yes. Okay.
So thanks again, Mr. Hughes.
And thanks again, ma'am. Really appreciate the call. Thank you.
All right. Bye.